Right, gave you the recording permissions. In case if anyone is missing, let me know. And 29 people joined. 29. Guys, if anyone is joining with 2 devices, please let me know first. Okay.
Sir, give me recording permissions.
Satish. Okay, let me give you. Yes, Satish, you can record. Okay. Anyone is still missing with recording permissions? Okay, fine. So is it clear now? Everyone, I hope it is clear how many services will be installed, how to identify how many instances, how to identify how many instances are there in my machine. Simply, if you see 4-6 services means only one instance. Okay, if you see an instance with any other name, you can see 2 instances installed. Okay, so SQL Server is main service, sir. Very important service. SQL Server. You don't find any extension. See, SQL Server agent, browser, CIP service. Okay, full text launcher. But for SQL Server, you don't see any extension. You can see only SQL Server. This is database engine service. If this is down, okay, you cannot connect to the SQL Server. If you want, you can. Okay, let me stop this instance. Let me stop agent also. Agent will depends on SQL Server. This is how we have to stop the service. Okay, if you want to stop the service, see here, let me disconnect this one. Let me connect to the same instance again. Okay, let me give the computer name. If you need computer name, let me give the computer name. So if the service is stopped, okay, you can see the error. You will get a big error, 4 or 5 lines error. You will get a network related specific error. So the reason for that error is either SQL Server is stopped state, okay, or else that is not permission related error. Okay, if the service is stopped state, you will get that big error. Okay, network related specific instance error you will get. Now I'll show you. Okay, so you can see here a network related or instance specific error occurred while establishing connection. Error number 2, guys. Remember, error numbers are very important. Okay, sorry, where is that? Could not open a connection to SQL Server. Okay, so you can see here Microsoft SQL Server error number 2. Okay, error numbers are very important. Each error will have error number. Okay, so some error numbers are very famous. Error numbers are there 18456 like that. So I'll tell you during that errors and all. So if you see this error message means clearly either SQL Server is down or else your SQL Server is not in the network. Sometimes sometimes developers will connect to the SQL Server, they will get this error. Okay, so due to some connection issues, they will get this error. Means if you have connection issues, connectivity issues, you will get this error, or else if the SQL Server is down, in that case also you will get this error. Okay, so the simple solution is, what is the simple solution? What is the
Start the
solution,
service.
guys? That's it. Okay, you can
Start the
select
service.
the service and you can click on the start button, or select the service, right click, and you can start it, and you can see the status here. Okay, you can see the status here, right? It is not running and agent is not running, and right click, you can start the agent also. Agent is very important. Okay, it is going to manage the automation like jobs, backup jobs and all will be taken care by the agent, SQL Server agent service. Okay, data processing, everything will be done by your SQL Server service. This is the one main service, right? So this is how you have to fix the issue, and now again you can click on connect button. Now immediately you are able to connect to the SQL Server. This is how to fix that issue. Clear, guys? Everyone, is it clear? Any issues, any doubts? And of course, this is your tool management studio. This is your object explorer. In this object explorer only you can see all connected instances. Object explorer, it will help you to connect to the new instance. It will help you to disconnect. It will help you to refresh. This is refresh button. Remember, guys, whatever you are doing, you have to press this refresh button, otherwise you don't get that okay, new object. For example, you just created a new database. Okay, you just created a new database. If you don't refresh the server, you cannot see the new database. Sometimes people will create the object. Sir, I am unable to see. I have created that object, but I am unable to see, sir. What is the reason? You have to simply refresh it. That's it. If you refresh it, you can see it. Any object like databases, any object like logins, anything, whenever you created any new object, by the way, guys, everything will call it as an object in the SQL Server. Databases are objects, tables are objects. Okay, so we'll call object means object can be a database, object can be a table, object can be a user. Okay, so generally we'll call objects. Fine. Agree. So you have to refresh it. This is the refreshing. It's not downtime activity. happily like system refresh. Okay, you are doing a system refresh, right? Right click refresh, right? In the same way, you have to refresh. Okay, and guys, multiple windows are open. Okay, so you want to go to the desktop. What is the shortcuts? Multiple windows are open. You have to go to the desktop screen. What is the shortcut?
Windows D.
Windows
Windows
D.
D.
Other than that, any other shortcuts? Lot of
Alt
windows
tab.
are open.
If you drag
Alt
mouse to the
tab.
corner, it will go to desktop.
Very good. Okay, so just click here, guys. Here you can see time, right? Date and time. There you can see one more small corner is there after date and time. Okay, just click on this corner. Automatically, all the windows will be minimized, not closed, just minimized. Okay, so you can see, click on this corner again, you will get it. Sometimes you'll get it, yes. Okay, so this is how. Just simply go to the whole corner. You can see, right, date and time corner. Go to the end of this corner and just click on it once. You will get the desktop. Okay, how many windows are open? Sometimes suddenly manager will call you directly. He will ask you to share the screen. If you keep on minimizing the windows and all, it doesn't looks good. Simply go to this corner, just click on this symbol. Yeah, it will be minimized. Okay, so whatever things are there, all the windows will be minimized at a time. 20 windows are there, all will be minimized at a time. Okay, guys, and yes, right, so this is pin and unpin button. If you want to hide it, you can hide it like this. If you just hide it, you can see here. Okay, but if you click on this again, you will get it. Okay, you can see like this, pin and unpin, auto hide. Okay, you can see here. Okay, just if you just toggle it, automatically you can see like this. Okay, and you can close the object explorer, but don't close it yet. Again, it will be difficult to open. If you want to still open under tools, I guess you can find tools or window somewhere. You can see object explorer. Yes, under view option, you can see object explorer. Yes, you can see here object explorer details, object explorer. Okay, so this is how, in case if someone by mistakenly, if you close this object explorer, you have to go to view and you have to click on object explorer, so that you will get the object explorer again. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Right, and you can see the green button, right? If the green button you can see means that is a up and running. If you see red button means that is a stopped state. Here you can see red button. Okay, you can see red button here, that means it is in stopped state. Sometimes you don't see green button, you don't see red button, you will see simply white circle. What it means, the server is up and running or not running. Sometimes you can see only white circle, you don't see play button, you don't see stop button. Green button, red button you cannot see, just a play button. Okay, what that means, the server is up and running, but it is unable to show the status. That's it. Permissions might not be there. That's it. When you can do that, when you can feel that, if you are connecting from other Windows server, SQL server in this management studio, then you can see that option. Okay, SQL services, you can see a white circle. Okay, whenever you can connect to the particular server means whether it is in white circle or anything green, the server is up and running. Okay, so if you see white circle, nothing to worry, simply it's a permission issue, that's it. But server is up and running, no issues.
Shanmukh.
Yes, yes, tell me.
Yeah, uh, white circle. There's on one more. This question mark also.
Question
When I
marks,
connect to this.
yeah, question mark also will be there. Question mark is different. Sometimes you will get question mark very rarely. White circle you can see regularly. Okay, but question mark very rarely you can see. In
Means
what scenario you saw that question mark?
means. Oh yeah, and question mark is scenario. All the services are running up and fine, but
Hmm.
question mark is there. But I don't know why it shows there.
Question
Everything
mark
is
is very
working.
rare. Yeah,
Databases are working.
sometimes is it always on server?
I think so. It's always on.
Okay, okay. So always on server, sometimes you will get question mark. Okay, not an issue. That's not an issue. It's simply permission issues. That's it. Okay, so nothing happened to your server. It's up and running only. Might be this object explorer doesn't have complete access. That's why. Okay, see, if you are connecting if you are connecting the local SQL server, this is local SQL server. Simply it was installed in your machine and you are connected from the same management studio. This is called local instance. But sometimes one more instance will be there from other machine. See, this is 9.91 machine, right? Imagine 9.92 machine, there is one more Windows server. There also SQL server is there. You can connect that 9.92 SQL server from 9.91 Windows server. Okay, in that case, this object explorer cannot pull the permissions of 9.92. So that's why you can see question mark or circle. Okay, it doesn't create any problem, so not an issue. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah. Any questions, guys? Any questions till now? Any questions? Let me know. In case of any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll
So
proceed with the.
Shanmugh,
Yeah.
for sir, this Windows authentication,
Mhm.
it authenticate at a server level when we log in as an admin.
Yes,
Okay,
very
so
good. OS level.
is it authenticated at a database level? Is it
No.
stored any password
No.
in a
It will be
data?
stored that password in the OS level. Kerberos authentication will be there, which Windows OS will use the same methodology. In that level, OS level, it will store the passwords and all, not in SQL Server level.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a doubt, sir.
Yes.
What will be the reason why SQL Server will go down?
Reasons might be anything. See, sometimes if the services startup type is manual, if anyone restarted Windows machine, the services will go down. Okay, even though, see, suddenly if someone restarted the Windows machine, services will go down. Might be he don't know, or else he's planning, he's doing patching of the Windows machine. He just restarted the server, so the SQL services will go down. Or something happened. Okay, any of the system databases are corrupted, server will go down. There are a lot of reasons. If something not working properly, or service account password changed, someone changed the service account, or someone removed the service account from the machine, in that case also your SQL server will be down. Okay, so in all these cases your SQL server will be down generally, but no one will do that. In case these are the accidents, okay, we cannot expect, sometimes it might happen. Okay, any other questions? Any questions, any doubts? Right. Okay, so this is Management Studio. So this is like this version is 18.110, right? 18.10. Okay, so sometimes very rarely typical interviews will ask what Management Studio version you are using. Okay, you can tell any Management Studio. If it is 2014 2012 like that, you can tell like that. Otherwise, if it is after 2016, you can tell 18.1. 17 version is also there, 17 version, 16 version, 18.1, 18.2, 18.3, 18.10. Currently the latest version is 18.10. Okay, so sometimes very typical interviews will ask this question, not regular interviews and all, they won't ask these kind of questions. And of course you can see, right, this is minimize button, this is maximize button. Every object will have its own folders again. Each and every object you can see own folder, so you can see lot of options are there. Okay, so these are the features or components of the SQL Server. Okay, some components you can expand now, some components you cannot expand, you have to enable these components. Okay, so I'll explain again later while discussing. See, you can, this plus symbol you cannot see, right? Again, just refresh it, you will get the plus symbol. Okay, so this is how you have to manage the things and all, right? And one more question, guys. I have my 2019 Management Studio with me. I have my 2019 Management Studio with me. Okay, due to memory issue, system memory outage. Yes, you are correct, Muthu. Muthu, you are correct. Yes, Ravanti, sometimes memory issues, CPU issues also there. CPU and memory overloaded. They are consuming 100%. Okay, there are no CPU, there is no memory to use by the SQL Server. There are no resources to use. In that case, also your SQL Server will be down. Okay, right. Let me go to this. Right, so you just installed SQL Server 2019 Management Studio. Can I connect to my 2017 SQL Server in the 2019 SSMS?
Yes, sir.
I have 2019 SSMS. Can I connect 2017, 2016 like that lower version? Can I connect lower version SQL Server in the higher version Management Studio?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Very good. Okay, so fine. So I have 2016 Management Studio SSMS. Can I connect to my 2019 instances? Higher version. Now here, higher version Management Studio, lower version SQL servers. Lower version Management Studio, higher version SQL servers.
No,
In
sir, it's not
2016
good.
SSMS, can I connect 2019? Please, I need responses in the chat. I need responses
No.
from everyone. Yes or no? In the lower version SSMS, can I connect higher version SQL Server instances or not?
Shanmugh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we have a limitation like for Windows server? We have some +7 or -7 support for SQL. Same
Yes.
as we can have for this SSMS.
Yes, we have limitation. If you don't have permissions also, you cannot expand the things. Okay, now I am an admin. Okay, now I am an admin, so that's why I can expand all the options. Sometimes users, developers will connect. If they're trying to access, they are trying to expand, they cannot expand as they don't have permissions properly.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so everyone said no, 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 no. Let me pull those who said yes. Praneeth, yes. Shiva, yes. Raviteja, yes. Fayak, yes. And Dinesh, yes. Satish Reddy, what is that? High, low, possible? Chandra, yes. Lakshmi, yes. Dinesh, yes. Okay, those are the answers for previous questions. Okay, that's fine. Those who said yes, answer is yes. Okay, the correct answer is yes. So no problem, you can connect. So there are no limitations, but I'll tell you again, there are some limitations. I'll tell you. Higher version SSMS, you can connect all the lower version SQL servers and all, including SQL 2000 also. Happily you can connect. You can see all the features in the higher version SSMS. If lower version instances are connected, no limitations, no issues. Happily you can connect. All the features will work. Okay, higher version SSMS. SSMS is higher version, SQL servers are lower version. Nothing will happen. Everything will work perfectly fine. Lower version SSMS, if higher version SQL servers are connected, okay, they can connect, no issues. But the thing is, whatever features are there, higher version features, those features won't work in the lower version SSMS. Why we are discussing this thing? Why? Because sometimes, see, always on high availability, it's an excellent feature. AOAZ, okay, always on high availability, availability groups, always on availability groups. This is an excellent feature. Okay, this was introduced in the 2012. This was introduced in the 2012. You have 2012 instance, you are using 2014 SSMS, you can see the AG option. But you have 2012 instance, but you are using 2008 SSMS, you cannot see AG option. Okay, AG means here you can see, right, always on high availability. Okay, this option. As you are using 2019 SSMS, and this feature is introduced from 2012, as you are using 2019 SSMS, you can see this option. Imagine the instance is same, instance is 2017 only. Okay, instance is 2017 only, but you use 2008 management studio, you connected to 2008 management studio and you just connected to the 2014 instance. You can connect, no issues, no problem. But the thing is, higher version features you cannot see in the lower version management studio. Is it clear, everyone? So in case if you don't see, you are very sure, that it belongs to 2014 or 2017 or 2019. But when you connected in the management studio, you cannot see always on high availability feature. What might be the reason? SSMS only means in Telugu we have one samita, right? Devudi karunichina poojar varmemu ledani. Okay, so even though you have that feature, SSMS is not allowing us. You cannot see SS in the SSMS. If you use lower version SSMS, see, SQL Server is providing that feature, but SSMS is blocking. Okay, so like that, what is that samita? What we can call the samita in English? Quotation, right? So the same quotation, like even though the God is okay allowing us, but the priest is not allowing us. So that is the same thing. SQL Server itself is providing the feature, but SSMS is blocking that feature. So when you can experience these things, when you can experience, if you are connected to a SQL Server, higher version SQL Server in the lower version Management Studio, you can see okay these options. You cannot see whatever higher version features are there. Those higher version features you cannot see in the lower version Management Studio. Why I said sometimes if you type SSMS here, okay, imagine in your machine you have 2008 SSMS, right? You can install multiple versions instances in a single machine, right? You have 2012 SQL Server and you have 2014 SQL Server in the same Windows machine, but simply you go to start button, you just type SSMS. Which SSMS you will get? I have a question for all of you. You have installed 2008, 2012, 2014. All are less than 2016, right? So each version, each instance will get one SSMS. 2008 you will get separate SSMS. 2012 you will get separate SSMS. 2014 you will get separate SSMS. Okay. Now you just simply type SSMS. Which version SSMS you will get on top? Or you just type SSMS. Okay, shortcut. Which version SSMS you will get? 2008,
The latest
12 or
one.
14?
2014.
Latest.
Are you sure?
2014.
Just type the answers, no problem. It's just casually I'm asking. Okay, no problem. You can type your answers. Whatever you want to say, you can type.
The active connection which is running. That is
No one, nothing is running as of now. Nothing is running. Everything is like just freshly, you just logged into the server. You typed SSMS. Which SSMS will open? 2018 or 12 or 2014? The latest. Okay, everyone is saying the latest, right? I'm expecting more answers. Yes, still anyone is missing, please answer. Dinesh, why you said 2008? Any reason? Any reason behind 2008? Okay, so the answer is 2008 SSMS. But I'll tell you here the logic is, there is a logic. In these three instances, which instance you installed first, SSMS shortcut will be applied to that instance. Okay, logic, right? See, you have 2008, 2012, 2014. Okay, so the answer is, if you ask what is the answer, sir, on what basis I can tell the answer? Now I cannot tell the answer. Which instance it was installed? If 2012 is installed, you will get 2012 SSMS for the first time. If you install 2008 for the first time, you will get 2008. Don't think lower version Management Studio, higher version Management Studio, latest Management Studio. Which instance you installed first, the shortcut will be applied to that instance. That is the only logic. In 2008, 2012, 2014, first if you install 2014, if you type SSMS, 2014 SSMS will come. First you install 2008, if you type SSMS, even though we have 3 SSMS, 2008 SSMS. I don't want to confuse you, but the thing is, which instance you installed first, either a lower version or higher version, okay, that instance SSMS you will get that instance SSMS. Okay, if you want to get the specific SSMS, you know, right, how to get it. Okay, so simply go to Windows button, and you can see here lot of versions are there. See here 2016, 2017, 2019, and expand, and you will get that. Now you don't see 2019 is separated, right? If you have 2008, 12, 14, you can see Management Studio for each version, 2008, 2012, 2014. If you expand 2008 Management Studio, you can see. If you expand 2012 Management Studio, you can see. If you expand 2014 Management Studio, you can see. So which version you installed first? The answer is that version SSMS will be, okay, you can get that SSMS. If you want specifically, you can open it, no problem. Clear, guys? Any issues, any doubts here? Please let me know. SSMS is a very typical. No one will explain about SSMS 2 years. Since 2 hours, I'm sorry. Since 2 hours, we are discussing about SSMS only. Okay, so why? Because these are very minute things. If we miss these things, okay, we are going to, like, again, we have to depend on Google sometimes. You can't easily get the answers in the Google also for these things. Okay, is it clear? And the main thing is SSMS. If you just open, okay, higher version SSMS, and you can connect to the lower version instances, everything will work properly fine. If you connect to the higher version instances in the lower version SSMS, some features may not work or you cannot see those features in that SSMS. Is it clear? This point is clear or not, everyone? Please.
Yes, sir.
Is this point clear? Right?
Yes.
Fine. So now what we can do, go to the server. We'll disconnect in 5 minutes, sir. I don't take much time. Right? So now what I'm going to do, tomorrow onwards, I'll show you how to run, how to write the queries, how to run the queries, how to create the tables, where to create the tables, how to create the databases databases and all. Okay, next session will be on Monday, right? From Monday, I'll show you, okay, these things like creating tables, database objects, okay, small things and all. Creating small tables. We don't create big tables. Small tables. Will start with small tables. What is columns, what is data types, what is syntax, okay, everything we'll discuss on Monday. Just a small development thing. You have to know how to create tables and all, right? How to insert values in the table, how to pull the data in the table, everything will be discussed on Monday. Okay, so now if I want to run any query, what I have to do, I have to open a query window. Okay, how to open a query window? Select the instance name. You can click on new query window. Whatever you want to write.
Shinmukh.
What? Yes.
Shinmukh, I have a small question. Like, we have Windows Server and we didn't install SQL Server.
Yes.
We just installed Management Studio.
Okay.
Still, we can connect to the SQL Server.
I did not get you. You have Windows Server. Okay, fine. You have
Yes,
installed
we
it.
didn't install the SQL Server.
Without installing SQL
We-
Server. How, sir? How?
I
Tell
mean,
me.
to other SQL Server.
That
we
is
can connect
possible.
from
That is
this
possible.
SSMS.
That is
Yeah.
possible. Okay, provided both there should be communication between this Windows machine and that Windows machine, not by default.
Okay, like
By
so now
default,
when
you
you
cannot
open
connect.
SSMS and when we connect to, I mean, when we're trying to connect to the database,
Hmm.
I mean, SQL Server, the default instance like batch 41 admin came. So if the SQL Server is not installed in the machine, then what it will be like? We need to enter it manually.
You have to
What's the
choose
name?
SQL Server authentication. In case
Okay.
you want to use SQL Server authentication, you have to use SQL Server authentication. Then you have to enter it. See here, for example, now batch 41 is the instance that is
Yes,
installed in
the
this
default.
machine.
Yeah.
In this machine. Forget about default or name. Okay, the instance that is
Okay.
installed in this machine. Now you want to connect to the instance that is already installed in another machine.
Yeah.
91. This is 91, right? Imagine 92 machine. There is one more machine, 92 machine. There already SQL Server installed. Okay, no need to change anything. There also, if you add the same login, if there is a credentials of same login, you can happily connect from here, and provided there should be a communication between 91 and 92 machines. By default, you cannot.
Okay.
But if there is a communication between 91, if network team opens communication between 91 92, you can. But the challenge is make sure the same login is there on the instance of other machine also. Again, it won't violate the rules, sir. The rules are rules only. Okay, you can connect. What are the limitations you have? Communication should be there from this machine to that machine. First limitation. Second limitation, the same username should be there on the other machine also.
Okay.
Okay, then only it will allow us to connect. Otherwise, it won't allow us to connect. That practice is there. We are going to do that practice. Nothing to worry. I'll show you. Okay, in the HADR concepts, I'll show you how to connect to the instance from other server to this server. Okay, clear,
Sure.
guys? Okay, with that note, okay, yeah, just a 1 minute. Okay, so this is how we are going to open the queries. This is how right click. Either you can choose the server name, you can click on new query. Here you are going to write the queries and all. You can execute the queries. Once the query is completed, you can execute queries. You can also open right click new query window. This also you can open. There is a shortcut. Select the instance name. Control N is the shortcut. You can use this Control N also to open one more query window. These are query windows. 1 query window, 2 query window, 3 query window, like tabs. In the Google Chrome, we will have tabs, right? Tab 1, tab 2, tab 3. In the same way, this is one query window. This is another query window. This is one more query window. Like that, how many query windows you want, you can open. Maximum connections are 32,000, right? You can open multiple query windows at a time. Okay, so here we are going to write the queries and we are going to execute the queries, and then queries will be executed successfully. Tomorrow I'll show you. Tomorrow means next Monday I'll show you. Okay, so by next Monday, guys, okay, I am expecting at least 50% is going to start the practice. We have week offs. Okay, tomorrow Sunday, you can just at least spend 2 to 3 hours to practice. Don't miss the practice, guys. Again, for every batch I'll tell you, don't miss the practice. If you miss the practice, okay, then again it will be difficult to catch the things. Clear, guys? So what assignment? Tell me what assignment you want me to give. And shortcuts, today's shortcuts. And guys, you can also copy all the chart and you can keep it somewhere else and make sure the same shortcuts are not repeating. Okay, clear? Why we are
Sir,
why we are doing this
one second.
exercise? Yes, why we are doing this exercise? Okay, to learn more shortcuts. If you people are exchanging the shortcuts, there is no use. Okay, so try to copy the text, whatever chart message is there, try to copy, save it, and while posting new shortcut tomorrow or day after tomorrow in the class, check whether this shortcut is already there or not. If that is not there in the chart, then you can post it. Okay. Yes, someone is asking question.
This is Chandra, sir. How to
Yeah, Chandra.
uninstall, sir? Once.
Forget about uninstall, Chandra. Why you are worrying about uninstall? First of all, tell me. Why you are so worrying about uninstall? You want to uninstall SQL Server or what? Do you have any task to uninstall SQL Server?
And then just I think this is multiple servers. If any problem, that's why I will uninstall.
See, for example, you have already installed. I want to uninstall one server, sir. So let me know how to
Yes.
uninstall, then I'll tell you. No, sir, just casually
sir.
I'm asking to learn. Then there is a separate session on that. I'll tell you there.
Okay.
DX diag, detailed information about the components and drivers installed in our system. Shiva, very good. Kusma, very good. If you still want to uninstall, as you're asking multiple times, go to add or remove programs. There is a shortcut for that, appwidget.cpl. Okay, go to add or remove programs. There you can see, right, one component. You can see lot of components. Okay, but the one component without any extension, Microsoft SQL Server 2017 64-bit. Whatever component you can see in the bracket 64-bit. For all other things, you cannot see anything in the brackets. Only for this is the main component. If you just uninstall it, double click on it, you will get uninstall button, or right click on it, you will get uninstall option. Okay, if you uninstall it, all other components will be uninstalled. Imagine you have, sir, I have two 2017 instances. Then how to fix, sir? If you double click on it, you will get an installation center. Like while installing, we got an installation center, right? In the same way, we'll get an installation center. Okay, there you have to choose which instance you want to uninstall. If it belongs to same version, if it belongs to 2019, you can see 2019 entry. But if it belongs to, say, I have 3 SQL Server 2017 instances, you don't see Microsoft SQL Server 2017 64-bit 3 times. Only one time you can see, double click on it, it will ask us which instance I want to remove. You can choose that instance, next, uninstall. Okay, Chandra? Is it clear?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. And control P, print, okay, print the current file. Very good, Muthu. Control P, I hope everyone knows this control P. Try to try new
Shamu,
shortcuts, guys. Yes, please.
Shamu, can we install SQL Server 2017 2 times in a single server?
Happily, you can install. Happily. Not 2 times, 50 times. Yesterday we discussed it, right?
Same version,
No, but
actually.
it should be
version.
named instance.
Names, of course, names are going to be different. Okay.
Yeah. We
Okay.
can't install default instance, right?
You can install happily. You can install 50 copies of same version. Also, you can install 50 copies of multiple versions. Also, you can
Okay.
install in the same machine. No issues at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions? Any other questions, guys? Please.
So one more question, like
Yes.
for a remote, like SQL connections for remotely for applications, is there any kind of settings we need to set, like listener kind of setting? For Oracle, we have a port number and listener to configure the TNS
Where
to
you are
connect to
going to use that, first of all? In which scenario you want to use that option? There is
the
an option,
application user, application developer
application. See, for
wants to
example,
connect
how
to.
in the Oracle, how application will be connected to the Oracle database?
We mentioned like a TNS names.ora file where we
Right,
need to
file
mention
will
the
mention
port
in the
number.
same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as it is the connection string you are going to mention, right? In the application connection string will mention the IP address database name for the connection strings to connect to the server remotely, so that applications can connect to the servers and respect to databases. Port number same as well, IP address, port number, database name, connection string in the connection string will mention.
Okay.
Is that clear, Ravi? Same how you are
So I have
following,
the
how your applications are connected remotely for the Oracle, in the same way SQL Server also will do.
sir have a doubt.
Yeah.
After the VM stopped, if I keep open the tab, is there any charge?
If VM stopped also, see, for example, you don't charge much, but there will be a charges. You can ask,
Okay.
sir, my VM is not running, how come it is charged? Okay, but what happened is, while creating VM, you got a disk write C drive, right? Even though
Yes, sir.
your VM is running or not running, Microsoft dedicatedly gave 126 GB disk to you. Okay, and
Okay.
apart from that, it
If
is
I
giving.
stop, is there any charges, sir?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what. See, if you stop, it won't simply deallocate your C drive, right? Right.
Okay.
So as the drive, you already got the drive, you already got the network cards, you already got the resource group. So it will be charged, but when it is running, it will be more charged. If it is not running, it will be less charged.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any questions, any doubts? F8 to execute current statement. Yes, Chandra. Shift F10 display the context menu. Okay. Example in organization, we are using SQL template version. And they ask us to install SQL. Yes, it is possible, Satish. It is possible. See, forget about whatever it was already there in that machine. Whether the Windows machine is compatible or not with 2012, that you have to check. If other
But
are
management tool, sir, but management tool is not working.
that depends. Management tool is not working means it's not like that. Meeting is going to end. Okay, that's fine. So it's not like that. Let me reopen the meeting, guys. You can ask any questions. And if you don't have any questions, you can disconnect. No issues. Okay, let me reopen the meeting.